We're on board the Disney Dream cruise ship, and we're staying in one of the most budget-friendly staterooms there is on Disney Cruise Line. Let's talk about all the good and the bad and some of the differences for this stateroom. Come on inside. What's going on? My name's Jared. Jordan is behind the camera lens today, and we are JJ Cruise. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to talk all the good, the bad, and what are the true differences between the inside stateroom, one of the most rare staterooms to pick for a family cruise line like Disney Cruise Line. But before we get into the good and bad, and if this is the right stateroom for you, please subscribe to the channel. All we do is talk cruise content and give you cruise content. So please hit that subscribe button. It's free to you, means the world to us. And if you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. Now, Disney Cruise Line is known for being the most family-friendly cruise line out there. But when it comes to families choosing the right stateroom for them, this is one of those staterooms that isn't really seen a lot out there on the web. The reason for this is a standard inside stateroom. It is the most budget-friendly option that you can choose for your family, but there are some limitations that you need to be aware of. Just so you're aware, there's also a deluxe inside stateroom, and that can fit more people and has a few extra amenities to it, so don't get them confused when picking the right stateroom for you. Let's start this from the very beginning. Right when you walk inside this inside cabin, on the left-hand side, you will see the temperature gauge. Now, we like this because you can, of course, go as cold or as hot as you like just by turning the dial, but you also have a quick cool function to make the room get cool quick. On the right-hand side is your main storage space. You have your closets as well as some shelving units inside. You'll notice though on the top shelves, most of that space is already taken up with life vests. We wish they would have another place for this because it really takes away from the overall storage. There's a lot of great hanging space, but we're going to get to some more storage later on in this tour. But when you walk more towards the actual main place of your stateroom, you see this very wide space. We love the space of this interior or inside stateroom. This cabin does feel spacious even though it's on the inside. And one feature that we have to mention right away, because we know people are gonna find this so cool, is that there is a porthole, but it's a virtual porthole. You're gonna see the outside view right above your bed as if it was an actual porthole, but it is just a screen with all of the views of cameras outside. What's really cool and the Disney magic is that throughout watching that porthole view, you'll see some of your favorite Disney friends coming inside with a little Tinkerbell magic as well. Continuing on with the bed space, the bed is super comfortable, but the storage underneath is something not to be missed. There's plenty of room for all your luggage to sit there so they're not in the way in the rest of your cabin. On the sides of your bed, you're gonna have two drawers, which are nice to have some of those things you wanna put away at night, as well as nice tabletops for phones, maybe a drink or whatever it is you need right when you go to bed or wake up in the morning. There are a few outlets on one side of the bed. You have a European and a US outlet. On the other side, it is where your phone is found. Now, there are no outlets on the phone or outlets by the phone, so it is just one side of the bed that has that accessibility. You do have your light switches for the lamps right next to the bed, so if you want a reading light, you can go ahead and find them there, as well as the switch for the porthole. Moving across the bed space, there is a nice plush couch. And by that couch is a table that can be moved anywhere you want. In fact, we had it next to the bed multiple times during our cruise, just as some extra space for maybe room service, which is completely complimentary on Disney 24 hours a day. Another thing hidden, that couch that's very comfortable is also a bed. So if you have a third guest staying with you, they have a place to sleep as well. Just right beside the sofa, you have the vanity space. There is some storage here, but it is overall lacking. I'm going to go through each one here. The drawers, there are 3 main drawers and then 4 main shelving units. The shelves do have a nice guardrail, so if the seas get rough, nothing will fall off. You have some cups as well, or glassware if you will. You also have a cooler, which is really nice to keep things cold, and it really does keep things cold. So if you want to have stuff inside that cooler, whether it be your beverages or what have you, you can do so. Another thing to note is the actual vanity space. The vanity space, the desk space, is great to have different laptops or different tablets or whatever it is you need on the desk. But the outlets above it are what's most important. You do have a few of the US as well as European outlets, but you also have a couple USB ports as well. Another thing to note, you have a chair with a half back, so you do have some comfort. And there is a drawer that is nice and shallow that has some room service menus or other kinds of odds and ends in there, but you can use for an additional drawer because the storage is light in this room. Disney Cruise Line is known for their bathrooms, and this bathroom is a nice bathroom, but there's one major difference for this bathroom than the deluxe bathrooms that you find in the family cabins. And that is, there's only one of these bathrooms. In the bathroom, you do have a tub, which is perfect for a kid that needs a bath instead of a shower. The amenities are the same. You still have the wonderful shampoo, conditioner, and body soap, as well as lotion for when you're out of the shower and want to stay refreshed. Don't miss the hidden Mickeys and the towels, which are so plush and perfect for drying off that skin, as well as the shelving units here with the guardrails. Plenty of space for your bathroom needs. One other thing to note, there are 2 clotheslines. So if you need to dry multiple different types of clothing or swimsuits, you can do so in the shower. On your way out of the bathroom, you might notice there's another mirror on the door. Of course, you have your standard mirror above the sink, but it's really nice to have multiple mirrors around the stateroom. So there's one in front of the door, one over the vanity space, and one inside the bathroom above the sink. There are no hooks on that door because the hooks are found around the corner to the right, more on the entryway here, and there are 2 hooks there for you. One thing I forgot to mention about the vanity space here is the TV. There is a TV that swivels out, has a standard remote. It is a very small TV, an older TV. We really hope in the future that this will be upgraded because our TV had a lot of problems on just connecting to the remote. Once we told the stateroom attendant, they were able to fix it to where it worked better, but overall, definitely an upgrade for the future. With that cabin tour, what are the good and bad, and would we recommend this for you? The good, let's start off with the good. The bed, it's so plush, amazing, just such a dream to sleep in, and you get those little chocolates every night on your pillow, which just adds the extra touch. We couldn't say the good without the Disney magic of the porthole. Now, unlike some virtual balconies out there, this porthole works seamlessly. We've never had a problem with it. It is fantastic. Highly, highly recommend for a family to add that Disney magic. Another great thing about this cabin is the overall size. The size is so large for that of an inside cabin and really works out for 3 guests, which we rarely say for an inside cabin. Now let's talk about some negatives here, and they aren't that bad, but things you need to know. First is storage. If you're going to take this on a longer voyage, it may be tough for the storage on the Disney Dream inside cabin. And that is not the end of the world. Of course, you can definitely make do with what you have, but something to note for those longer voyages. Another thing for us was the TV. The TV was not something that was great. We know that this could be an issue for some of those Disney cruisers out there that love to watch a lot of on-demand movies, as they are free on the Disney TV on-demand service. And so this is something that I hope they upgrade in the future. Lastly, we didn't talk about this yet. I saved it for the end. The shower. The shower is a little short for those very tall people. Jordan is 6'3", I'm 6 foot, and we both were able to fit underneath it. If you're much taller than that, you may have some issues. This is of course because of the bathtub. It's raised up a little, and so there is less height there. Of course, you can still squeeze and make do, and there's always the spa or the locker room area for you to use as well. Would we recommend this inside cabin for your family? Absolutely. If you are wanting to go on a Disney cruise and you want to make sure that it is within your budget that's right for you, and this is all that is available, then do it. It's going to be a wonderful cruise. You're going to have the Disney magic all over you. But of course, if you do have that additional money to put towards your cruise cabin and you want your finances to go towards more comfort, then look at the deluxe options. Those sometimes have those additional bathrooms. You can look at a balcony with an ocean view. But of course, if your finances do not work towards going with an extra space or extra bathroom for a deluxe cabin, then this cabin will work wonderful for you, and your kids will still absolutely adore this cruise. Let us know your comments below. Have you sailed in an inside cabin on Disney Cruise Line? Have you sailed in a inside cabin period? How does this compare to other insides you've sailed? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, hit the thumbs up. We really appreciate it. It's free to you, means the world to us. And until next time, see ya.